What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today we're going to talk about Siacoin. So, guys, I had this one on my radar for a couple months. I'm sorry I didn't get it out there to you guys sooner. But still, in my opinion, I love this project. This project is changing the game, in my opinion. But hey, as always, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion on the project. This is just what I see on it. We did have a nice retracement, so hey, it kind of did recover again after the bloodbath that happened, I guess you can say. But basically, if you guys survived that, good for you, man. But hey, we're still not out of the woods yet, guys. Time will tell. We'll see what happens. We could still probably get a couple more sell-offs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or it could be then. Or it could be an explosion from here. I don't know. Who knows? I don't care. I'm not going to talk about that. What I'm going to talk about is Siacoin. So, Siacoin is currently ranked 61. If you guys want to get in on this coin or get information about it before I even made a video, I try to get information out there as fast as I can on the video form, but these videos take longer than I can just say, hey, yeah, Siacoin's pretty cool. So join our Telegram chat. It's in the link in the description below, or you can join the Patreon. You can contact me directly and say, yo, what are you looking at? And I'll be like, yeah, this is what I'm looking at. And you can get some, I guess you can call it alpha before. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to call it. Anyways, guys, Siacoin. What is Siacoin? So Siacoin, in the definition on CoinGecko, is a decentralized cloud storage platform similar to the concept of Dropbox, guys. And this is a game changer. I've tried it several times myself. It is so fun and so cool to use. But basically, Siacoin is like your Pepsi Coke situation to Filecoin, except it's actually working. Want to see a working product that they have? It's called Skynet, or yes, siasky.net. So we're going to do this with a fire sauce packet. Boom, you just upload the photo, and forever it is stored on this URL link. Let me show you guys. It's on the digital internet forever. Look, guys, you don't have to worry about all these photos and all kinds of garbage on your phone. Now, look, you just have to have a link and boom, fire. It's my favorite too, Taco Bell, fire sauce, baby. But anyways, guys, look, I even did it with a couple of other photos as well. You just have to save the actual link. So instead of storing all these photos, all you got to do is save a PDF or save like a file with all those different links to different photos. I mean, sure, it's not as amazing as having all the photos, but way less space, and you can store it on the Skynet. Now, there is a caveat to that. Yes, it is 90 days if you don't set up an account, but you need to sign up and set up an account, and you can have it unlimited forever up to 1 gigabyte. But if you run your own node, it's not a node, but it's like I mean, this is free just to allow people and get like a proof of concept. And the use case for the Siacoin is to pay for the storage. So it's way less of a price of storage compared to like your Amazon Web Services or Google or Microsoft. Because this is why you're able to charge way less, because you have these decentralized nodes that are able to compete with each other instead of having like a monopoly like, oh, you want electricity at your house? Well, we seem to be the only provider for your house, so if you don't want to pay it, that's fine. No worries. We won't come out there. You don't have to have electricity. You can't call anyone else. Like at my house, you have to have Tico. If you don't agree with their prices, well, you either agree with their prices and get electricity or you don't. That's how it works. So you guys saw the example of how you can get a link. You guys can set up your own account. You guys can play with it. But the other option is to have your own node, and you basically rent out storage space. And we're going to explain later in this video how to use it. But I wanted to show you guys the functioning, working product, which is unlike Filecoin. So let me show you guys Filecoin. Filecoin has massive valuations. Siacoin is currently at a $2.3 billion market cap. Filecoin, 10 billion. Wait, fully diluted, 307 billion. Guys, did you hear me? 307 billion. Siacoin, 2 billion. Something's missing there. And they aren't going to, well, yes, they do have an inflation rate, and I know you're like, oh, it's an infinite supply or infinite amount. Well, I'm going to explain it to you, and I'll show it to you guys. But look at Filecoin, guys. Filecoin, $307 billion market valuation. Sorry, guys. $billion market. That's massive. Massive. But anyways, guys, so now let's go ahead and explain. Well, you guys kind of saw the technology itself on Skynet. Now we're going to show you guys a little bit about their website and what they're doing. So they do have a lot of investors in them as well, but Siacoin combines a peer-to-peer network with blockchain technology, creating the world's first decentralized storage platform. So files are divided prior to upload. So they divide it into 30 different segments. This allows it to have equal distribution across the world. And you guys saw that little loading time uploading it, and then I got a link. So it was awesome. Great. Now I got my link, and all I got to do is search a link, and I can find it at any time. So the reason why they do 30 different hosts is if a certain amount of hosts go down, well, you can still access your file, because it's going to be on the internet. So do keep that in mind. Each file is encrypted, so all the people storing your files, they are not able to see the file. So a good example of this is you not go to the store, but a good example is you input a document or information. It has all these different things, and it has all this private information. And once you put in that document, it spits out a code. And now that code, you can't read that code. You have no idea what it says. You go to another computer or another data center. This is just a theoretical example, guys. And you plug in this code or information, you put the result that you received, and now that computer is able to pull up all the results you put in initially. That's similar to how like an encryption works. And they have the three-fish algorithm. If you guys want to learn more about it, I'll leave links in the description so you guys can check it out and understand it. So files are sent to hosts using smart contracts. And the reason why they use these smart contracts is because you're going to be renting this space. So renters and hosts pay with Siacoin. So in order to either host or rent, you need to have Siacoins. And if you're hosting it, you're able to host up to like 400 gigabytes or 4,000 gigabytes. I'll read it to you guys later in the white paper, but I'm just going off the top of my head. And the integration is you'll be able to have micropayments. So instead of constantly having to pay transaction fees, instead it's going to be like a micropayment network like Bitcoin Lightning or the Lightning Network, where it basically is like nothing. And how they do this is, if you guys haven't learned about Lightning, I'm just going to leave a link in the description because this video is going to be long enough. So you guys can visit the link, learn about Lightning. Really interesting concept, and it's a neat idea. And I know you're asking yourself, like, why do hosts have to pay with Siacoin? Well, this is why. The hosts need to have a collateral or a say in the game, because, I mean, if I'm a host and someone pays me, it's like, oh, well, I got no incentive. Let me just take your Siacoin and leave. Well, no, now I have my Siacoin, quote unquote, staked into the network or paid into it, and I can't withdraw it. It's staked in there until I fulfill what I've told I was going to be doing, and boom, then I can get my Siacoins back. So it's interesting, and also that's interesting to know about the tokens that are out there, because with excess supply and low demand, that causes a price dump. But when there is no supply because they're locked up, because these guys are renting out space to people, because people are using it, well, they can't access those tokens because that's their collateral, so it's stuck in there. They can't sell it, guys. You know what that means. Low supply, excess demand. I don't know. You tell me. Price pump. So again, that's not a use case, but that's interesting to know. And guys, when you have the contracts or when you're renting the storage space, they will last about 90 days, and every time after the 90 days, you will need to renew. I did tell you there is a portion where it is free, and I'll explain that later. And at the end of each 90-day period, the people need to provide or prove, the hosts need to provide / prove that they've been storing it by providing Merkle trees, or proof using a technology called Merkle trees. And how Merkle trees work is like this. So say, for example, you have a massive equation, and in order to solve that equation, well, not in order to solve it, but you just have to have the answer to the equation would be like the Merkle tree. So say, for example, you have 2 + 2 + 4 + 6 - 8 divided by 7. and a whole bunch of different numbers, and the ending result is 3. So you can have all that information of all those different numbers, and then it equals a amount at the end. What the proofs could be for the host is just saying, here's the answer. And that proves that, hey, look, they stored all this data. So it's similar to that type of algorithm. So just so I gave that example so you guys can grasp it. That's not exactly what they do. That's just how you can, I guess you can say, understand it and grasp it a bit. And again, we were just on Skynet. This kind of explains it a bit so you guys can see it. This is talking about the speeds and how it's going to work, but it works as high as 1 gigabyte per second. Guys, that's massive. So I know you guys are like, wait, isn't it like 100 or 400? Well, the problem is it's 100 or 400 megabytes. A gigabyte is 1,000 of those. So guys, keep that in mind. Here's a couple of their partners, and here's their team as well. You guys can look into each of the team members. I didn't find anything crazy or fancy about them, but they do look just like a bunch of tech geeks. I looked into each of their Twitter profiles as well, just a bunch of tech geeks who came up with a great idea and a great concept, and they capitalized on it. Here's several of their investors. They got A_Capital, Bain Capital, Bessemer Ventures, Hack VC, First Star, Fimbushi, Dragonfly, and Blockchain Paradigm, SV Angel, and you can verify each of them on their website. This is on Fimbushi. This is on Paradigm. You guys can see Skynet Labs. You guys can see First Star Ventures. Here's Sia. So again, guys, always make sure to do that as well. Just because a website says it doesn't mean it's actually invested in it. And if you look in each of their investments on each of the venture capital firms that we looked over, they invested in some really good ones. And one that I found was very ironic, guys. Keep this one on your radar, even if you haven't had it already, is Uniswap. So guys, keep that one in mind. I've already done a video on it, but still, guys, I like Uniswap. Even though it's just mainly a governance token, it does have a couple of other use cases. But how awesome is it to say that you are a holder of the largest decentralized exchange in the world? So pretty massive. It's on a couple of different exchanges. You can get this on Binance, Bittrex, Shapeshift, Poloniex, and Upbit. And there's also on Kraken as well. I have links in the description below where you can sign up for a Kraken account, Binance, and you guys get bonuses for signing up for both of them. Or you can just simply trade it on a DEX, Shapeshift. I would recommend Shapeshift in my opinion because I like DEXs, and you can get some free Fox tokens for doing so. Right now they have a special going on where you trade on the Shapeshift platform. You get 25 Fox tokens, and if you sign up with my link in the description below, you'll also get 10 Fox tokens, which is 35 Fox tokens. Priced at what they are today, that's about 40 bucks or 45 bucks. So 45 bucks for nothing, right? That's awesome. This is their roadmap. You guys can see they're working pretty heavy on this. They got some really good ideas. If you look on the short term, they're looking for videos. Well, they are already doing the video streaming, but working on shorter load times, Skynet DNS. So it's kind of interesting. DNS means decentralized naming service. So maybe like a decentralized internet is what I'd be looking for big time. So guys, these guys are massively going on Web 3.0. So that's really good to see and good to hear. Well, I guess I didn't hear it unless I'm listening to myself talk. But here's on Skynet. You guys can check out their YouTube channel. So guys, these guys have been pumping out and staying very active 3 years ago to now and staying steady, man. Bear market, bull market, who cares? They were going at it. In fact, this coin started out in 2015, so this is a older coin, guys. So do keep this in mind. But it did not reach its all-time highs yet. So this coin still got room to grow. Its all-time high was 9 cents, and it went as low as, geez, what is that? Fractions of a penny. That was obviously when on the release. And we'll explain the tokenomics so you guys can understand it a bit. But Siacoin, again, I'm very bullish on this one. Not financial advice, just my opinion, just what I'm saying about it. So we're going to introduce you guys to their white paper. We kind of already went over this. Do keep this in mind, guys. When you upload a file onto Skynet, it is not able to be edited. It is there forever, forever, forever. So Sia 101, you have the node, you have the renter, you have the host, and the contracts. So the Siacoins are used to power all of these. Node is basically like the backbone of it. So this is going to be like your miners. These guys are basically going to be the people who are like, look, this is what we need to do. Let's get the information and so on. Then you got the renter. This is the person is like me or you uploading files. Or if you wanted to, you can be the host. To be the host, you have to own some Siacoins to do that. But basically, it's lending your storage space for people to upload to the network. And then you have the contracts, which go between the renter and the host. And Sia is we already explained it. Don't need to go into that. So a little bit how renting Sia works is you upload files to Sia, like we showed. You upload your files to users that made their space favorable hosts, and like I showed you guys, you can upload it and store it there. It'll last for about 90 days. You create an account, you can store up to 1 gigabyte for free. So that's very interesting. But obviously, once you get more and more, it's almost like Google. Google, they allow like 15 gigabytes or something on your email. And then after that, it's like, nah, bro, you got to pay us $2 a month or for like 10 extra gigabytes or something dumb. I don't know. Anyways, so what are Siacoins? Siacoins basically the utility of the network. So this is used for creating your own or being a host or renting storage space, etc. And we already explained where you can buy Siacoins. I would recommend the DEX, which is on Shapeshift. You get free tokens to use it. Or you can use Binance or Kraken. Use the links in the description below for lower trading fees. And the supply is unlimited. I know you guys are like, whoa, I'm out now. And normally I'm like that too. But guys, you got to keep in mind that we're in file storage and there's only going to get more and more and more and more and more. And if you have a limited supply, what's the incentive to store a photo on Siacoin if it's just going to be like ridiculous amounts of money? Because, well, Siacoin is going to be less and less because more hosts are out there. I mean, just think about it. So you have 47 billion tokens right now. Just imagine if all 7 billion people, and okay, we'll be conservative. We'll just say 1 billion people in the world wanted to. No, we'll be more conservative. Let's just say 100 million people want to be a host with Siacoin. Well, if they're going to be a host, they have to have a certain amount of Siacoins to provide as collateral. So automatically, those are taken off the market. So now, being that those are taken off the market, all those people that are becoming hosts. Even those hosts are going to have to store files. So now they're going to have to go back and they'll probably just store it on their own servers. But either way, someone who wants to upload files to any of the hosts and put it on their network, they need to have Siacoins. And if you don't have a inflation and everyone's hodling their Siacoins, there's no other Siacoins being in existence, well, people aren't going to be able to use the network because now you can't even rent any of the space because you can't get any Siacoins. So let's go and explain how the supply was created. This is what I'm very bullish on, guys. The team has, well, they used to have no coins. Now they have like 3% of the network. But guys, 3%? Are you kidding? That's nothing. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'll take that any day. I mean, that's not ridiculous. That's awesome. That's great, and I'm very bullish on that because that shows like, look, these guys agreed in a fair mind, similar to like a Bitcoin. So keep that. Well, even Satoshi took an amount, but yet the amount didn't move from his wallet. But whatever. Anyways, we're not going to talk about Bitcoin. So this kind of explains how the token supply goes. You don't really want to, I mean, you can read it. You guys can look into it. I understand it. I'm not going to explain it to you, just to tell you, look, we have 47,557,605,000 tokens right now. And this is what the inflation is going to be. The inflation is going to be 1.57 billion tokens created from the mining every year. So this is what it's going to be from here on out, 1.57 billion. So you can factor that in. The token supply is going to increase 1.57 billion. So that's about 4%, 5%. That's really not that bad at all. So do keep that in mind, guys. That's a pretty good, not even a hefty inflation rate. And guys, time will tell. We'll see what happens. And there's a use or a need for that, especially with the network growing and more nodes. and more people renting space, well, those tokens are going to be sapped up in a heartbeat. And they are working in a token burn. So guys, I'll show you guys that later in this video as well. So who knows? Maybe it might even become de-inflationary, similar to like Ethereum. I don't know, guys. We'll see. Look, will the number of coins ever be reduced? In the future, we'll be implementing a mechanism called proof of burn. Using this, sellers of storage on their network will burn coins to prove that they are real and have good intentions towards the network. It also offers another layer of security, and they give an example of how it would work. Interesting, guys. Interesting. And this is the breakdown of how it went. And again, this was in year 6. This was the foundation year. This is when they had the fork to give about 4 or 5% to the team. So if you want to calculate how much the team has of the 1.57 billion Siacoins, 30,000 Siacoins per block are going to the team. So that is just like not the team, but the foundation to help build on the network. So do keep that in mind. That is a portion that is going to the team consistently. So that is something to also keep in mind as well. I am a bit bearish on that portion of it. But I mean, before they were getting nothing for 5 or 6 years. So it's kind of like, well, they need money to grow. I mean, it's like one of those things where you either pay dividends in a company or you reinvest in the company and grow it. So do keep that in mind. And if you guys want to learn how to create your own wallet, you can download Sia, import your seed, make your own address, etc. You guys can view all of these different how-tos on how to do that. And this explains how the renting on Sia works. So first, you would upload the file on the platform, like I showed you. So you would select to store a certain amount of data for a certain period of time and for a certain amount of money. So you choose through the different amounts. It'll be like a marketplace. You can be like, hey, I store here for this and this price and so on. So typically how the pricing is in, well, not typically, but the pricing is listed in Siacoins, and pricing usually averages around $2 per terabyte per month, which is extremely cheap. In fact, Google, they charge like, what is it, $1.99 for 25 gigs or 25 gigabytes, which is like nothing. So $2 per terabyte is ridiculously cheap. And as a renter, you pay for the cost for renting storage space, which you have the contract formation fees, and then you have the bandwidth fees. So like I said, it uses it's similar to like the Lightning Network. First, you do have to pay that initial formation fee, but once that formation fee is done, then you have like the back and forth, you can consider it the Lightning Network, and basically it's free. So you guys can understand that. And then you also pay for the bandwidth when you upload or download files. And if you want to manage your files, you can learn about the uploading, limits on uploading and downloading, etc. This is how you'll rent storage on Sia. You'll need Sia installed in your computer, a Sia wallet, and Sia coins, and so on. This kind of explains and show how it works. You just have your own file manager you rent. And it looks similar to something like this. Actually, it looks exactly like this. And you guys can see exactly how it's going to work. And this is talking about your data security. It is very secure, and it's decentralized, and it's divided into 30 segments. So what that means is it's going to 30 different places. So you have, well, I mean, I guess theoretically, if it gets shut down in 30 different places, then you lose your files. But then again, if you think about it, if you store your data with Google or Amazon and they randomly shut down, like they did a couple days ago, not a couple days ago, it was a couple weeks ago, Amazon Web Service had an outage. You can't access your information. So interesting. If you guys want to become a host on the Sia network, you will need to understand what you need to be getting into. You do set your own prices with the storage price, contract fees, upload says download bandwidth price, collateral, and you are going to need some stuff for this. Here's the metrics that you're going to need. And guys, keep this in mind. If you go offline for too long, less than 95%, or lose data, you can lose money by losing your collateral for active contracts. So guys, be sure you know what you're taking on when you take on something like this. You can learn more about hosting here. I'm not making a video on how to host. If you guys want to start mining this token, you can pick any of these miners and start mining them. And you guys can learn about all these different things here. I'm not really going to go into it, but you guys can kind of understand what we're looking at. And here's quote unquote their GitHub, but this is called GitLab. So it's similar to the information, and this is on their block information. So guys, keep all this in mind. That is how you can earn some tokens. If you don't want to buy them, you can start mining them. I wouldn't consider it worth it on the computer, but hey, who am I to say? Go for it if you want to try it, test it, see what happens. Anyways, guys, that is Siacoin in a nutshell. I believe it's got a massive play. I explained to you guys exactly how Skynet is working. And guys, they actually have a working product. You can learn more about them. They got a lot of VC investors, and they still have a lot of room to grow. So it's got a lot of exposure that can happen. It's got a really good narrative. Decentralized file storage is pretty massive. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash with the like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. That way you guys are notified every time we make a new one. And if you guys want to support the channel, there's some links in the description below where you can sign up and you get a referral bonus. I get a referral bonus. It's a win-win. And if you guys actually want to support the channel by making a contribution, you can make a payment on Patreon, or you can pay through any of the crypto links below. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we're going to leave you guys with the most important part of the video. Proverbs chapter 28 verses, I think we're in 12. Yeah, no, 13. Whoever conceals their sin does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy. This is very important, guys. This is why AA works so well, or any of the, I guess you can say, getting an accountability partner works so well, is because you're confessing to them, saying, hey, I need help. And guys, that's the very first step. If you guys are struggling with something, the very first thing is to ask for help. So do keep that in mind. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can be ahead of the game every time we make a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Guys, I need you guys to do a couple things. Participate in the quadruple threat. First, set up a Celsius account. Here's a referral link. You guys can use it. Write it down. Type it down. Or you guys can use the link in the description below. Set up a Celsius account. Good for savings. Good for earnings. Don't bet the house on it though. But anyways, you guys can get a free bonus on this. Alright, how do I get this free bonus? Well guys, enter in this link. You guys will get $30. Then deposit $200 in any cryptocurrency. Enter in new 40, like NEW 40 promo code. You guys can use both. And you'll get a total of $70. Guys, that's step one of the triple threat. Alright, Drake, I did step one. What's step two? Alright, guys, this is where you can get your small altcoin gems and little game changers. You guys can go to crypto.com. You can set up an account. Here's a link in the description below, or you guys can just type in this code right here on the screen. Deposit some funds in there. You get $25 in bonus crypto. You guys can use that to buy your altcoin gems and have some fun. Step two of the triple threat, or I'm sorry, quadruple threat. And the third one, this one is a fun one, Voyager. This one is more so where you can buy with limit orders. It doesn't have as many altcoins as crypto.com, but it's really easy to use, easy to set up. And yes, this one does come with a referral link as well, and you'll get $25 in BTC. This is how you can do a limit order. Super easy to use, and they don't charge any trading fees whatsoever. Here's the referral link. You can't copy and paste it, but you can look in the description to copy and paste, and you can put that in and set one up. 25 bucks. Step 4, open up a BlockFi account. Here's a link you guys can use. The reference code is 024FFE02. All the links are in the description below. Open up a BlockFi, just deposit some funds, and you'll get $30 in BTC. And you can also get that crypto cashback rewards card. Don't forget about that. Game changer, 1.5%. And the first few months, you get a bunch of extra percent. Check it out. This is the funnest one though. Lolly, free. There is a referral link to this one too. I've actually won 100,000 sats one time on one of the taps, which is worth like $100 in Bitcoin. So it's crazy. Look, and there's even proof in the wallet. Look at that, daily stack 101. Guys, set one up. It's really easy to do. Download a Lolly account and just set it up. And of course, guys, if you guys are a pro, there's a link in the description so you guys can sign up with KuCoin and Binance US to get some trading fee discounts. Thanks.